Şimdi yılın en ilginç korku filmlerinden birini konuşacağız. İki sevgilinin yıllar boyu beraber olması değişik sonuçlara sebep olabiliyor. Bazen iki kişi o kadar çok vakit geçiriyor ki kişilikleri birbirine karışıyor ve ilişkinin başında uyumlu olan çift yavaşça birbirinden soğuyor. Together, yani Türkçe adıyla da Birlikte filmi, böyle bir çifti anlatıyor ve filmde ana karakterleri gerçek hayatta da evli olan Dave Franco ve Alison Brie canlandırıyor. Evli bir çiftin ilişkisi problemli iki sevgiliyi oynaması da ilginç bir karar ve bence film çok keyifli. Genelde gerçeküstü olaylar bizi korkutur ama bu filmde basit bir konuyu korku olarak işlemişler ve bu çok iyi bir karar olmuş. Filmi izledikten sonra başroller Dave Franco ve Alison Brie ile röportaj yapma fırsatım oldu. Bu arada merak etmeyin, filmi sadece röportaj yaptığım için sevdiğimi söylemiyorum. Bazen röportaj yaptığım filmler kötü çıkabiliyor ama bu sefer öyle olmadı. Şu ana kadar film için çıkan eleştirilerin hepsi olumlu. Kesin ileride birkaç tane olumsuz eleştiri de çıkar ama şu an genel olarak insanlar filmi bayağı bir beğendi.
Hi, thank you so much for doing this.
Of course.
When I do these online interviews, sometimes people don't believe I'm actually interviewing real actors. So do you think there is any way we can prove that we can have a proof that this interaction is real?
Prove that we're not AI? Tell us something personal about you and we'll call it out.
How would that
Personal?
How would we know this
How would
about
that
him?
prove it? You think AI couldn't just repeat what he says?
Well, he has to tell us a secret he's never told anyone.
Tell us a secret. Tell us a secret.
What do you want us to say to prove? We'll do whatever.
I was maybe just say hi in Turkish. I can teach you that.
Okay.
Easier for me, also less personal.
Sure. That works too.
Yeah. So you say merhaba.
Merhaba.
Merhaba.
Yeah, and with the accent, the AI can't replicate that. That was
Merhaba.
really good. Yeah.
Merhaba.
Thank you.
1 Ağustos'ta vizyona girecek Together body horror türünde. Substance filminde olduğu gibi insan vücudunun garip şekillere girdiği sahneler izliyoruz. Ama Substance filmindeki kadar iğrenç sahneler yok. Bu arada film sadece korku türünde değil, filmin bazı sahnelerinde ilişkilerdeki küçük ve saçma detayları o kadar iyi yakalıyorlar ki filmi izlerken bayağı gülüyorsunuz. Sevgiliniz varsa filmi izlemek eğlenceli ve riskli olabilir. Sevgiliniz olmayabilir. O zaman da filme arkadaşlarınızla gidip kötü uzun ilişkileri olan insanlarla dalga geçebilirsiniz.
So my first question is, you are a married couple in real life, and in this movie you are acting as a couple who is in a long-term relationship, and when you know each other really well, so when you are acting, how does it happen, and did the movie make you think about your relationship?
I mean, in terms of acting together, it is wonderful. I love acting with Dave. I feel like I can't hide anything from him. I truly think he brings out the most truthful performance from me, and I hope I do the same. It's like we can't bullshit each other because we've known each other for so long. And also, because we trust each other so much, it enables us to take bigger risks. You know, there were a lot of big swings we were taking in this movie. I think because we had each other together on set, it felt slightly safer.
But we knew going into this whole process that it would either end in divorce or we would be more codependent than ever, and luckily it's the latter. But it has kind of made us take a step back and analyze, I guess, how codependent we really are, which probably is pretty high. But at the same time, when we're not working together, our jobs do force us to spend a lot of time apart from one another, which is always hard, but ultimately it's maybe good to miss each other too.
Yeah, balances out.
Yeah.
Geçtiğimiz haftalarda Dave Franco ve Alison Brie filmin posterinin önünde posteri tekrar canlandırdı. Ben de filmde bu öpüşme sahnesini nasıl çektiklerini sordum.
You also recreated the movie's poster in LA, and that was really good. And I wanted to know how did you film that scene?
How do we?
On the day shooting that scene,
the sticky kiss scene, right?
Yeah. There actually was some kind of glue that our makeup artist had, and it's a delicate balance because we don't want to actually rip off our lip skin, but we would paint this this glue onto our lips, then press our lips together kind of hard, and then pull them apart.
Yeah. We were all very surprised and excited about how well it worked.
And then we didn't actually get hurt. Nobody's lips were bleeding. In the filming of this movie.
Yeah, it's good to know.
Filmin yazarı ve yönetmeni Michael Shanks'le de konuştum ve kendisine neden böyle bir film yazdığını sordum.
I wanted to know, as a writer and director, what made you write this and why it's a horror movie.
It really, a lot of it comes from my own sort of fears and anxieties from being with my partner for almost 17 years now. It was a script idea that she said was upsetting to her that I was writing, but luckily she likes the movie and it's all good. But yeah, I had been in this relationship my whole adult life, and I had seen that a lot of the people in my friendship group have the same sort of story. They've all been in relationships, often since high school. And I was just thinking kind of how strange that is from a certain perspective, that when you start living with somebody and you're fully committed to them, that you kind of give up the sense of individuality, or that's kind of the fear that I wouldn't know who I was without my partner, that I don't know where I end and she begins. And so I thought, like, oh, that's like an interesting sort of relationship drama to explore, but also I could immediately see that that's a way to make it a body horror. So like, as much as it kind of satisfied the sort of like intellectual kind of writer side of me, it would also satisfy the kind of nasty set piecey technical kind of filmmaker side.
Did you get any script notes from your partner, or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She was the first to read every single draft, and she came up with the idea for what I think is the best scene in the movie, which is a sex scene in a bathroom that she told me, like, oh, this should happen. And I was like, that's too far. And then I was like, actually, no, you're right. That's good. So shout outs to Louis for that one.
Yeah, that was a great scene. This movie is a horror movie, but it's also really funny. Like, I was watching with a friend. He was scared a lot. I was scared, but also laughing a lot. Like, how did you strike that balance?
You know, there was levity in the script, so there was kind of humor sprinkled throughout, but we never wanted to lean into the humor. This is not a jokey movie. We figured that, you know, because our characters are in the most insane situations you could imagine, it would be funny if we played it very real and very grounded and like reacted as if this was actually happening. Like, how would we actually react? And the humor would come from that.
A lot of the comedy also just comes from the fact that this couple has been together so long and they're butting heads. Like, I think it's relatable in that couples watching can be like, oh yeah, sometimes even when you're in a dire circumstance, you're like, why do you have a lighter? There's like nitpicking that happens. That, you know, and for the audience in a horror movie, humor can be such a nice valve release, right? A little tension release. So...
Sonra da yönetmene Dave Franco ve Alison Brie ile çalışmanın nasıl bir tecrübe olduğunu sordum.
I was working with them.
The characters in the film have been together for over a decade, and Dave and Allison have been together for over a decade. So it just kind of like, it added this like emotional reality to it. It added this like fun meta quality because people know them and they know them as a couple. The most perfect actors to work with because they don't have an ego, they're so keen, and we had a really kind of short period of time to make this movie, so there was no room for actors not getting on or actors being difficult, and we made them spend a whole day standing fully nude with each other. We had a full day where they were stuck together with a prosthetic and had to go to the bathroom together. Like, that is the sort of thing that most actors would not be comfortable with, but they were just game from day one.
I was watching this movie with a friend, and he was scared a lot, and I was laughing a lot, and I think like it's a hard balance to do that. And how did you do it? I wanted to know.
It was just like, when I was writing it, I sat down and I thought, I'm going to make the most serious, intense horror movie that I can. But my background's in comedy, and the more that I was sort of, as more the premise was revealing itself and just the stakes were getting so high, I thought it would be inauthentic to lean away from the comedy here. It's just, there's this natural moments where it's like, I want this to be a film that an audience has like a great ride with. It's a horror movie, it's definitely scary, but I think by the end of it, I hope people walk out feeling like, even if they were scared, they had a good time.
What would you give an advice to couples who are gonna watch this movie?
We've had some really mixed reactions. Some couples saying that watching the movie has kind of brought them closer together, and some couples that have said that watching the movie has kind of made them think about some harsh truths about it. But about their relationship, I think it's scary, but it's also like funny, and there is like hopefully like real romance and a real heart to this. And depending on your point of view, it maybe even has a happy ending.
That's the whole time I got. Thank you so much for doing this, and I really enjoyed the movie. Have a great day.
And this was a very real interview.
It was real. It's real.
Bye.
See ya.
Together, yani birlikte 1 Ağustos'ta çıkıyor. Gerçekten keyifli, düşündüren bir korku filmi. Röportaj yapmamı sağladıkları için de Şantiye Films ve Neon'a teşekkür ederim.